So as you know, I'm a pretty big MGK fan. I'm not gonna cap. I don't give a fuck how much hate I might eventually get for it down the line. I honestly don't care. But the beauty of it is, there's a couple of you guys who are willing to absolutely risk it all, fame and fortune, just to be like me and be like an MGK fan. And hey, we've definitely fucking been through it in recent times. Jesus Christ, I swear we just get roasted anytime we say something on the internet. But hey, there's a video idea that actually came to my head very recently that I wanted to talk about. Actually going to be about the MGK album we unfortunately never got to see. Now again, I know some people are probably definitely out there like, fuck, I really wish he didn't release Mainstream Sellout. To be honest, like, I can see where you're coming from. Like, as a pretty hardcore MGK fan, I definitely like some of the album, some of it I don't like. And again, one of my other mates who's just a really big MGK fan really just didn't like it at all, and he thought it was a pretty big downfall from Tickets to My Downfall, which, hey, it could definitely be considered like that in some people's eyes. But what if I told you he wasn't actually originally going to be releasing a second pop punk album, but was actually going to be releasing more of like a grunge / dark rock metal type album? This album was of course going to be called Born with Horns. Now, you might be sitting at home scratching your balls thinking, hold on a second, isn't Mainstream Sellout just Born with Horns but a different name because originally it was supposed to be Born with Horns? Well, no, not really, and not at all. In fact, the original, what it was supposed to be like in early 2021 was basically, it was actually, again, going to be a darker album. In fact, in August or so, it basically been confirmed that he had been working on the album for a couple of months. He had a couple of songs ready to go, and that's when he, of course, released Paper Cuts. Now, Paper Cuts was very different. It was much more dark, definitely more like a rock song, a little bit grungy as well, and it didn't really do well. It did pretty well to start off with because, of course, the hype from Tickets to My Downfall was still very crazy. But after a while, no one really cared about the song. In fact, when he remade it for Mainstream Sellout and made it a bit more punk, it's one of the lowest streamed songs on the album. But at the end of the day, he did confirm in an interview that his new album would actually be much more darker than Tickets, be very grunge, this and that, and of course, that just was never meant to be. In fact, again, it was reported that a lot of the songs that he made for Born with Horns were actually scrapped when he changed the name and made it into a punk album. I'm betting you right now, if you were to break into MGK's house, I'm not suggesting to break into MGK's house, like, I'm sure he and Megan Fox are doing some pretty fucked up shit, like, I don't know, maybe chugging each other's blood or some shit, like, again, I'm not recommending it, but if you were, and you were to go on his computer, you might find a couple of naked pics of Megan Fox and porn or some shit, but at the end of the day, you are going to find, most likely, I would assume 6 or 7 unreleased songs. Now, again, I reckon the whole Born with Horns project, it was rumored that he started it in about March or April, and by the time he got to September, or October even, he kind of started to dislike the idea and scrapped it for more of a punk album. In this time, we know that he created the song Born with Horns, which he did actually eventually use for Mainstream Sellout, and of course, the original version of Paper Cuts. But let's just say he was to average making one song every single month that he was creating that album. So pretty much from March to October, there would be about, pretty much, I would say 6 to 8 songs on pretty much the original album idea that we were supposed to get. Again, he released 2 of them, and if I was a betting man, I'd say there's about 5 or 6 songs that have been just sitting there that I think a lot of people would definitely like to hear. And that's where I'm actually going to come to a proposal. I'm pretty sure MGK is never going to watch this video. I don't plan on him ever watching it. But what I actually think would be a really good idea is if MGK actually released a follow-up EP, you know, an extended play, maybe this year, maybe next year, whatever it may be, maybe even just being called Born with Horns, and of course, you know, putting the original Paper Cuts on it, the original version of Born with Horns, and then of course the 5 or 6 songs that he never released. I think that'd be a great idea. I think it'd be a fantastic idea, and I think a lot of people would actually listen to it, especially if he's going to be stopping making rock music for quite a long time. Again, it is rumored he is going to be getting back into rap. He did say we would get a rap album by the end of the year, but let's be fucking honest, that's not happening. Probably start of next year. I mean, this guy's going on tours, this and that. I think he's in Italy right now with Megan Fox. I doubt he's going to be anywhere near releasing an album. Again, if I was in Italy with Megan Fox, I would probably not release an album myself. But again, that's what I think, an early rap album, probably 2023, and then I don't know if we'll see a punk album for quite a while, or a rock album for that matter. So I think, just to keep the fans going, I think it would be awesome to release that grunge/dark rock EP, maybe next year, or something like that, just as a bonus to the fans who stuck with him, you know, with all the rock stuff. And of course, you know, a bonus to those who actually really liked the original Paper Cuts, which, hey, there was a couple of those guys out there. I didn't mind it. I thought it might have needed some work, but I thought Born with Horns was one of the best songs on Mainstream Sellout. And if he's got any other songs that are a little bit more darker like that, I would be really interested to hear them. So again, all those unreleased songs, all that type of stuff, the original Born with Horns idea that we never got, and all those, I'm assuming, darker songs that he made for Born with Horns that he never put on Mainstream Sellout, it would be very awesome, in my opinion, for him to release them on AEP down the line. But of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Comment your thoughts and opinions down below. Do you guys think he should do that? Are you disappointed we never got the Born with Horns original concept stuff? And are you disappointed he just made another punk album? Again, I definitely really like to know your thoughts and opinions. Do you agree with me? Do you guys think there's a lot of songs that he definitely did scrap? Again, it would make the most amount of sense. He did say he was working on a lot of darker type rock music then, and we only got 1 or 2 songs, and I would assume he made quite a bit more than that. So again, definitely let me know your thoughts and opinions on this down below. But as I was saying, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.